For this example, we want to find the formula and sketch a graph of the circle that has endpoints on the diameter at 4, -3, and -2, 5. So I've marked those 2 points over here and kind of dashed in the line segment between them, which would be the diameter of our circle. And so to find an equation for a circle, recall that the standard form for this is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared, where r is equal to the radius and hk is the center of the circle. Okay, so we don't know either of these two things off the bat. So the first thing that we can observe is for the diameter, that equals 2 times the radius. So we can find the distance between the endpoints on the diameter. That's going to give us the value of the diameter, and then divide that by 2 to get the radius. So the diameter, that is equal to, using the distance formula, we would say what's the change in the x direction. So we go from 4 down to -2. So that's 4 minus a -2. We square that, and then we add to it the square of the distance between the y coordinates. So we go from -3 to -5. We square that. So this, we see the diameter here, that gives me 6 squared plus -8 squared, which comes out to the square root of 100, which is 10. So we know the diameter is equal to 10. So that tells us then that the radius is 1/2 of that is 5. Okay, so that's great. So now we found out what r is in this formula. And next we need to figure out what the center is. And so we've got this line segment from the 2 endpoints on the diameter. And so the center of the circle is going to be at the midpoint of this line segment. And so I marked that midpoint in green over here. Okay, so recall from earlier, way back at the start of this semester, we talked about how we find the midpoint between 2 points. And that is, we go halfway along the line segment between the x coordinates. That would be x1 plus x0 over 2. And then we go halfway along the distance between the y coordinates. That would be y1 plus y0 over 2. So in this example, we could take this first point to be x1, y1, so that would mean we have 4. And using this as x0 and y0, that would mean we have 4 plus -2 all over 2. And that means we have y1, which is -3, plus y0, which is 5, all over 2. So this midpoint, which is the center, we can see gives us 4 minus 2 over 2. Well, that's 1. And the y-coordinate is also 1. And so that matches kind of our approximate center that we marked over here. 1, 1 seems like a reasonable answer. So now we've got the coordinates of the center. We found the radius initially. And so now we can plug these values into the standard form for the equation of a circle. And that would give us x minus 1 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals r squared. And r is 5, so r squared is 25. So here is how we can express that equation in the standard form. And finally, sketching this graph, do the best we can. We would just draw the circle that goes, that has diameter of the dashed line up there. So there we've got a picture. Down below, we found the formula for this circle.